Okay, so for the bulk of our session today, it will be interactive. It will be with our two guests, JJ and also Rush. We'll be picking their brains, right, on where is social media going and what can we do in these times. So before that, we would like to go a bit into Rotary and Rotaract about what is public image. I'm sure that Melissa is currently posting the questions in the chat room. So what you can do is when you see those questions, you type in the comment so that our guests later can pick up from what you have been commenting and try to help you with it. So for today, the first round would be hearing your feedback in the chat room. Then the second round, we will sit down with JJ and Rush. And in the third round, we will actually do a live social media audit, meaning we will actually pick some of your social media accounts, whether it's Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn. We will share screen here and we will try to get commentary from our guests on where to improve and where you did good. Okay, come, let's start. Okay, so as all of you know, today we are actually talking about social media, but social media is just a tool, right? A tool for us to build up our public image. So what can we expect over here? So I've been thinking a lot, like, how do we simplify this public image thing, right? What is the scope? So I nail it down to 4. As you can see here, there is PUPA, PUPA, right? So the questions you want to ask yourself as you are listening to this session is, how do I promote the core values of Rotary? Do we have a unified image? Do we follow the brand guidelines? How do we publicize our services, our programs, our activities? And are we adapting to effective mediums of communication? Okay, so let's go on to the next one. So this is actually the Rotary vision statement. If you want to talk about social media, about sending out a message, first we need to know what is our message. So as we can see over here, Rotary basically is about seeing a world where people actually are united, they are taking action to create lasting change, right, in our communities. Okay, next up. What are our core values? As you can see, I'm trying to run through this like really quick so that we can bring back our guests on board, right? Okay, so here are the 5 core values that we have: fellowship, diversity, integrity, service, leadership. So are you inserting all these messages in your promotional materials? And these are some of the strategic priorities of Rotary. As you can see over here, a lot of them have to do with increasing Rotary's openness and appeal, building awareness and impact of our brand, engaging the participants, and increasing our ability to adapt. And that's why all of you here today is for a very important session on social media, especially right now in quarantine, in lockdown. It has become more important than ever. Okay, let's move on. So here's the thing that our district would like to emphasize, right, and share with all of you, which is the Rotary Brand Center. How many of you that are listening to this have actually access to our brand center? For example, here are some of the things that you can actually see. For example, if you would like to create your own logo, if you like to see what is the guidelines on your promotional materials, on your advertisements, whether it's print or online, if you would like to see examples of how other clubs are doing it, right, the best practices, they are all in the Rotary Brand Center. So as we can see, I've put the link right down there, brandcenter.rotary.org. Make sure you can check it out. And if you look at this, Rotary actually has very comprehensive materials, and all these things is ready-made. So you can just go in there and customize for yourself, for your club. And here are some of the images and video as well. Let's go to something like really simple, right? Which is actually your club logo itself. So the district is also concerned that some of you might not be updated on what is the latest guidelines on your logo. I'm sure before this, all of us have very fancy logos. But if you remember PUPA, right, our first slide, the second point is how can we make our branding unified, right? Uniform across the world, and of course in our district as well. So over here, they have provided some guidelines, like where to put your club name, where to put your location, things like that. What are the color scheme that we can expect, to put in your logo? So all these things are available for you in our brand center. Okay, so here are some of the things, right? If you really click in, make sure you have access to the RI website, whether maybe your president have the access or your secretary. So once you get in there, you can actually see a lot of guidelines, right? Like if you want to start your club website, there is a guideline. If you would like to create a message, there's a guideline. If you want to plan an event, there is a guideline as well. Okay. So, yep, to sum it up, thank you. And hopefully all of you will enjoy today's session a lot. And do remember to follow the district at the D3300 Rotaract on Facebook and Instagram. With this, I would like to hand it back to Mel. Back to you, Mel. Joshua, yes, I can see, right? Can you share your slides? Definitely. I can definitely share the slides later with all of you, and you can maybe get it from your president. Back to you, Mel.